You need to get this idea of exclusive relationships out of your head. That's the core concept of this video, is you need to just abandon the idea of exclusive relationships. These things will never be mentioned in mainstream movies or like normal society and modern culture because it goes against the cultural narrative of gender equality. I really need to get a new mic stand and a new microphone. I think this one's not good. I hope this is the year I start making some money with YouTube, or at least with crypto. I think I'll definitely make money with crypto, and then I can buy a new mic. This one is quite old, and it's like a shotgun mic. It's supposed to be on top of the camera. I want to get like a real one, like an XLR audio mic. So this is going to be pink light, female nature video. This is how you know it's pink robe, pink light, pink ears, fuzzy. Have you ever noticed when you commit to a woman, she actually loses desire for you? Have you wondered why that is? This goes against everything society teaches men about relationships, about women and female nature. So let me teach you something about female nature and women that you're not gonna learn from the mainstream culture and society. There's a reason women lose desire for men who commit to them. If you want genuine, raw desire from a woman, you need to get this idea of exclusive relationships out of your head. That's the core concept of this video, is you need to just abandon the idea of exclusive relationships. This is how you get genuine, raw desire from women. You need to stop being a hopeless romantic beta male and embrace your masculine core and your male nature. I know this is about female nature, this video. The way you live with female nature, the way you cope with it, because it is quite brutal. The way you cope with female nature is to embrace your male nature, which is spreading your seed far and wide. You don't actually have to make thousands of children like Genghis Khan, but this is the general vibe. This is your male nature, to spread your seed. And when you embrace it, when you embrace your masculinity, you get genuine raw desire from women, and you live a much better life. So let's talk about this. Let's unpack this concept of abandoning exclusive relationships in order to get genuine raw desire and to keep that desire. Because as soon as you commit, it's done. No more genuine raw desire. This is how nature made women. You're not gonna fight millions of years of evolution. When you commit to a woman, you're basically submitting to her. You're cutting off all other options with other women. This is a form of submission to her will, because women obviously don't want you fucking a bunch of other women when you're in a relationship with her. She wants you to herself. That's what she says. Her female nature wants a man who other women want. And they want a real man who disregards everything, all the rules of society, and does his own thing. That's the kind of man her female nature wants. It's not what they'll tell you. The words they say is not going to be the same thing as what they genuinely want, what Mother Nature designed them to want. When you invest emotionally, financially, when you invest yourself into a woman, when you try to develop a relationship, when you commit to a woman and enter an exclusive relationship with her, this is very feminine. This is what women do. Women want to be with one man because they want the one best quality mate possible. This is the female sexual strategy based on the biological fact of their very limited number of sex cells. They're born with like a few hundred eggs. Men, on the other hand, our male nature, because of our biological fact of having infinite sex cells, we can generate infinite amount of sperm. Our sexual strategy is to spread our seed far and wide and have a high quantity of sexual partners. We have opposite mating strategies based on biological facts. When society and culture and values and morals, when all of this goes against our natural sexual strategies, that's where all these problems arise. A man committing to a woman is going against his natural mating strategy. So when you do that, when you go against your natural male strategy to spread your seed and you close off options with other women, this is a submissive feminine behavior, which is anti-seductive. It's unattractive. I don't care what women say with words. Of course, they're going to tell you the opposite. I'm giving you the facts. Don't listen to what women say. Listen to me. I did a lot of learning about evolution and biology and men and women and dating and relationships. And more than that, more than all the over a decade of learning, I have experience. I have so many experiences to draw from. I've had a long-term relationship, a 12-year marriage. I've had many casual relationships. I've known a lot of women. I actually am friends with lots and lots of women. It's great to have female friends, guys. This is like the best thing. When you have lots of female friends, you are never gonna be wanting for women. Being social is like the best thing you can do for your dating life, for your sex life. And being social and having female friends, especially if they're hot female friends, this is great. Because this is besides the point, but friendships with women can last a lifetime. If you don't have sex with women that you're friends with, it's actually like a real friendship, it's not about you trying to have sex with them, that can last forever. But as soon as you have sex with a woman, that complicates it. It makes it not a true friendship. And then that's going to be a very temporary relationship compared to the lifelong friendship you can have with a woman if you just never have sex with her. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, women are attracted to men who develop themselves, who pursue their purpose, not men who are emotionally invested into a relationship with a woman. This is very weak man behavior. Weak men are emotionally invested into relationships with women. They want an exclusive relationship. They're actually the ones pursuing the relationship. This is so feminine. This is the most feminine thing you can do. It's the woman's job to develop a relationship. It's the man's job to develop himself. You should be selfish with your time. You should be investing pretty much all of your time and money and energy into yourself. It's the woman's job to try to pursue you and develop some kind of relationship with you. As soon as the roles flip, you're done for. So I talk about biology, biological facts, evolution, because these are so much more profound, powerful forces. These are forces of nature, time and evolution, millions of years. And people disregard this information, this millions of years of evolution, and they just look at what is modern society. What are women saying with their words that they want? And how should things be like with our rational minds? For millions of years, women were not having exclusive, committed relationships with men. This is a modern invention. This is such a new thing. So her female nature did not develop in an environment where men were committing. It's so unattractive. Like, you guys don't understand. If you have a willingness, a desire to commit to a woman, this is so deeply unattractive and repellent. I don't care what women say. They're going to tell you something, they're going to tell you the opposite. So men were not committing to women for 99.999% of the time of our history while we were evolving. And now all of a sudden men are committing, and women lose desire when you commit, and you wonder why that is. Because it's not natural for a man to commit to a relationship with a woman. This is a social construct. And men who bow to social constructs are the losers in the game of life. Women are attracted to men who make their own rules, not who follow society's rules, or worse yet, follow her rules. Men who are independent, they play by their own rules, they're selfish. This is what's attractive. They're non-committal. They're committed to themselves. They don't commit to women. I know that a lot of you guys who are probably watching this might disagree because your whole life you've done the opposite. You've been trying to tie a woman down, and you've been trying to get into a relationship. Oh, you like a girl. You have a crush on a girl. This is so feminine and weak. It might not be your identity to be this like player bad boy, but if you can try to copy the behavior of the men who are actually successful with women, then you too can be successful with women. And over time, you will become someone who that is your identity. You will no longer have this like weak, childish attitude with women where you're looking for like a loving, caring mommy to cuddle you and take care of you and support you emotionally and to love you. Women will never love you. They're not meant to love you. That's why you have to love yourself. That's why in the videos where I'm not wearing this and the light is blue, that's going to be about self-development, self-improvement habits, purpose, men's mental health education. It's a sign of poor mental health if you need a woman for love, sex, intimacy, emotional support, anything. You shouldn't need anyone for anything. You need to be self-reliant. I hesitate to use the word independent because we're not actually independent. We're interdependent. I feel like I'm so independent, but actually I depend on a lot of things. I depend on the supply chain. I depend on the food chain. I have to go to the grocery store to buy food or else I don't have anything to eat. So I depend on other people. We're interdependent, but you can be self-reliant. I don't rely on other people for me to feel happy and good and have a good life. I don't rely on women to support me emotionally or to love me. I can support myself and love myself enough. I don't need a woman to do it. And I don't need a woman for sex because I don't need sex. There are better things in life, more fulfilling things than sex. Guys out there who have had a lot of sex with a lot of women, they know this. It's a very empty thing. It's not meaningful and fulfilling in the long run. So you need to come to a place in your life where you're satisfied and happy and content with your internal value, with who you are as a person, you need to develop a rich inner world, like I keep saying in these videos. Cultivate a rich inner world and become self-reliant so you don't need anything external. This is very attractive. The reason men feel like they want to commit to a woman is because they're invested in her and they don't want her, it's a very controlling thing. They don't want her to do certain things. They're invested into this one girl and they want to like micromanage her life and tell her what to do and make standards. This is so wrong. You need to be more free-flowing and more focused on yourself and kind of not care what other people are doing. And I know that if you're a weak man who falls in love with women and who gets emotionally attached to particular women, this is impossible to do. So you have to develop yourself to a point where you're not falling in love. Falling in love is very feminine. That's what women do. Women should be falling in love with you. And you should be in love with your purpose and developing yourself. This is the natural way of things. So many of these fake alpha male influencers talk about, oh, you got to set standards for your women. You need to tell her what to do, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. If you care even a little bit, it signals to her subconsciously that you either have no other options with women or that she's your best option. If you're trying to control or dictate or manage or steer the relationship in a certain way, develop things in a certain way, it means you're invested. You're invested in the relationship with her. And if you're doing that, she subconsciously understands that she's your best option. And then she subconsciously starts to wonder, maybe she can do better. Guys who have lots of options with women, they have other things going on than her. They don't try to develop things. They don't try to micromanage and set standards and rules for the relationship. They're very aloof and free flowing, and they just do whatever because they genuinely don't care, because they have a full, rich life. They have probably other women that they're seeing. This creates the right dynamic. This tells her subconscious, oh, this is a high value male. He has other things going on. He probably has other women. I'm probably not his best option, which means he is my best option. The guys who are texting her all the time and trying to see her and trying to develop a relationship with her, she doesn't want those guys. She wants the guy who doesn't do those things, where she has to pursue him. The guy who doesn't care about her, doesn't care about anything, he is so much more attractive in her eyes because it satisfies her female nature. This tells her, okay, this is the best man I can get because he doesn't want me. That means he has other better things going on, maybe better women. So that tells her he is the best that she could probably do. The guys who are pursuing her, she automatically knows, oh, they're pursuing me. That means they have nothing better going on. I'm the best that they can do. So that's why they're pursuing me. That's why they're investing in me. That's why they want to commit to me. If a man doesn't commit, it signals something. It signals that he's higher value than her. It signals strength. And women want strength. They're naturally drawn towards strength. This is all going on subconsciously. It's not like they're rationally, consciously thinking these things in their head. This is just the female nature. It's all about feelings. It's emotions. This is why the bad boy player, he triggers emotions. This is the type of guy who women will cheat with. They will cheat on their husbands and boyfriends who committed to them because they lost desire for those guys because they committed and invested emotionally, and they will go pursue this bad boy player who doesn't care about her, who will never commit to her. Because it's a feeling. She has feelings for this guy that she can't have. Aloofness and not caring, this indifference, it signals strength. Women are attracted to strength, emotional strength. If you are investing into a woman emotionally, you don't have emotional strength. You're not content internally with yourself. So you're seeking something external. You're seeking a woman to satisfy you emotionally. So how do you foster genuine desire from women? You just have to not care. You have to not care about commitment and being in an exclusive relationship, developing a relationship with a woman. All these ideas you have about romance and chivalry and being a gentleman and a white knight, just throw all of that out the window and do the opposite. Focus all of your time and energy on yourself, developing yourself, your goals, your hobbies, your pursuits. Focus everything on yourself and not any external things, not other women, not external validation. Just focus on you and your experience in the present moment and stop caring about what other people are doing. This is key. You can't care what other people are doing. You can't care if you're dating a woman, you can't care what she's doing. When she's in your proximity and you guys are hanging out and having fun, enjoy it while it lasts. And when she's gone, she's gone. And you have to be okay with never seeing her again. That's how you need to have your mental set up. This is so attractive to women. They love this. They love you when you don't care. They love you when you don't commit. This is how you keep a woman desiring you. The moment you fold, the moment you commit, all the desire goes out the window. And you might not think that. You might be like, oh, I married the woman I love and we still love each other. I wish men knew. They only, this is why divorce is so devastating. When a woman leaves you and divorces you, and it's so devastating because guys are in this, they're living in an illusion. This fairy tale, romantic love illusion. And then when they get hit with reality, it's so devastating. A lot of guys end it after that because they can't cope with the reality. This is the reality. Women will lose desire for you if you commit to them. That's the truth of nature. If you know this truth, you won't be devastated when you commit to a woman. And maybe it takes years. I was married for 12 years. But I think the reason my marriage lasted so long is because I wasn't really looking to get married. I was a fugitive alien. I was an illegal alien in America. I'm actually Croatian. So I don't want to go into the whole story, but basically I was 21. I just turned 21. My wife was 18 and we were young and dumb and we liked each other. She was in love with me, but she wanted to get married so that it would help me stay in the country. I didn't really care about getting married. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. I didn't really care. It's not like I didn't get down on one knee and propose to her, none of that. We didn't have a wedding, no honeymoon, none of that. And that's why our relationship was so good in the beginning and lasted so long, is because I never really, and she knew that I would not commit to her sexually. Like I was not gonna, she knew I was gonna have sex with other women. That's why she would actually help me pool women and we would have threesomes, because she understood that I was not gonna cut off my sexual options. This is very attractive to women. When you don't deny your male nature and your desire for sexual novelty, when you don't deny that, when you are just unapologetically a man, they actually find this very attractive. And that's how you can keep a woman desiring you, when you just act like a man acted for millions of years. So stop playing by society's modern rules. Women evolved in an environment where men didn't commit to them. This is what they find attractive, when a man acts like a man. Not like a modern man, but like men acted for millions of years. They're hardwired by nature, by evolution, to desire strong, independent, self-sufficient men who don't need relationships, who play by their own rules, who are dominant, who just do what they want, and who don't care about these feminine things. Committing to a woman is feminine. Being in an exclusive relationship is feminine. This is what women want. If you're a man and you want the same thing that women historically want, that's a bad sign. That's how you end up in a relationship where the woman is very masculine and dominant and you are like the submissive pussy beta male. I guarantee you more than 90% of exclusive relationships between a man and a woman, if they continue, it's because the woman is very masculine and the man is very feminine. So the best women, the most feminine, beautiful young women, they want the most masculine men. And the most masculine men will not commit to them. If you see a beautiful, feminine young woman and she's in a relationship with a guy, I hate to break it to you, she is 100% cheating on that guy with a real man who would not commit to her. These like soy boys, these feminine young pretty boys, sometimes they're like, they look attractive, maybe they have long hair, but they're just very like weak and feminine, but they're in a relationship, like their boyfriend and girlfriend, and their girlfriend is super hot young woman. That guy's getting cheated on 100%. I hate to tell you. He's like, oh, I love my girlfriend. They're posting pictures. She'll post pictures on her Instagram of her boyfriend. She's fucking somebody else. She's fucking real men on the side. That's a harsh truth for today's video about female nature. So this whole idea about exclusive relationships and commitment, this is a modern trap, because relationships provide security, and security and like this commitment and certainty. I have another video about why certainty kills desire. I'll put that here. Committing and being in a relationship and providing that certainty, it kills desire. So you might be giving her this security and safe feeling. This is the kind of nice, warm, comfy, cozy feelings that women, it doesn't make them aroused. It doesn't make them wet. The opposite actually makes them wet. They actually desire someone who is dangerous, unpredictable, and who doesn't commit. That excitement and unpredictability and that tension from not fully having you is what makes her continue wanting you. It's what keeps her genuine burning desire alive. If she has a beta male boyfriend who is feminine and who commits to her, he's not making her feel that sexual desire, that genuine burning desire. So she feels that for another man. Most girls, they will have a boyfriend for the sake of appearances, but they don't actually have sexual desire for their boyfriend. They have sexual desire for real men. They want to fuck real men, not their pussy little boyfriend. I hate to put it in such vulgar terms, but this is the reality of the situation. I don't feel bad for these guys whose girlfriends are slurping me up, because, I mean, why? I don't feel bad for weak men. There's billions of weak men in the world. Or am I supposed to feel bad and pity them? I'm making these videos, so if you're a weak man right now, if you're the type of guy to be a woman's boyfriend, pussy, if you're that type of guy, I hope this video changes your mind so you can be more like me, and you can be the guy that women cheat with instead of the guy women cheat on. This is what you want. This is more aligned with your male nature. You can have lots of different women, sexual novelty. You don't care what they do, so you have no investment, emotional investment in these women. So you can just focus on yourself and develop yourself and live a great life. Men, you're not supposed to be spending a lot of time with women. You should be spending most of your time in solitude developing yourself. And over the years, you get more and more and more attractive to women as a consequence. This is a much better path than to be a boyfriend who gets cheated on, and then who eventually becomes a husband who gets divorced, and she takes your house and your money and your kids, and then you off yourself. This is the path of this living in a delusional fantasy world of romantic love. Only bad things happen in the long term. You might feel safe and cozy and comfy and happy now, but this is an illusion. If you live in the real world I'm describing, the long-term outlook for you is going to be much better. So, final thoughts. If you want a woman's genuine desire, stop trying to control her and lock her down into a committed relationship. Stop acting like a woman. Focus your time on yourself instead. Focus on developing yourself and pursuing your goals and becoming better and better and better over time. Chase excellence. Don't chase women. Women naturally desire men who don't need them. So become that man and watch how the dynamic flips. And now instead of you pursuing women, they're pursuing you, which is the natural way of things. This is how you want it to be. But it can only be this way if you Cut off this weak pussy side of yourself that needs women's love and affection and romance and emotional commitment. I know you need that stuff now. You need to try to transcend above that. That's like such a childish little boy mentality, to want to hold hands in the park and go on dates and buy gifts for Valentine's Day. I can't tell you how many times a girl has cheated on her boyfriend with me after he bought her a bunch of gifts for Valentine's Day. This is the most, when you live this lifestyle that I'm telling you to live, where you focus on yourself, you don't commit to women, you're gonna see the world in a completely different way. The men who buy their girlfriend a Valentine's Day gift, the more money they spend on them, the more investment they put into it, the more likely she is to cheat with a real man, either that night or the next day. It's such a turnoff for women when you do stuff like this. They'll tell you they want this stuff because logically, consciously, yes, of course, they want free gifts and nice things. But if you do it, watch their desire drop. This is the brutal, harsh truth of female nature. This is what I'm exposing in these videos when I'm wearing these pink bear ears and having the pink light. I'm exposing the brutality of female nature in these videos. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you ever witnessed some of the things I'm talking about here? These things will never be mentioned in mainstream movies or like normal society and modern culture because it goes against the cultural narrative of gender equality, and all the biological facts I speak about and evolution, all of the true reality I speak about is suppressed by the mainstream. That's a big reason why I'm making these videos. Alright guys, please leave a like if you like the video, comment below if you agree. If you disagree, please tell me why I'm wrong. I love to hear feedback. I could be wrong, I don't know. And subscribe to this channel if you want more exposés of the brutality of female nature. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.